Hey guys, Murph back again with another do-it-yourself video. Today we're working on the John Deere X700 tractor. Use it for lawn mowing, plowing, everything basically. Today it's the middle of winter, and unfortunately with all the ice we've been having in upstate New York, the blade edge is no good. It's wore off. And basically what happens is when this edge wears down too much, it gets even with the plow and it'll start wearing away at your plow. And if you wear it away too much, you won't even, the holes will get wore into that hold these carriage bolts that hold the blade edge in place, and there'll be nothing to bolt up to, and you're just going to chew your plow away. And even with the edge, it'll bust up ice a lot easier. It'll plow snow easier. It makes everything easier. So you want to keep it nice. You want to keep it fresh. Now, here's my old one. I already pulled it off for time's sake. It was wore up on the edges. They usually wear faster. It was wore up to the plow on the edges. In the middle, there was a little bit of metal left, but not enough. Now, unfortunately, the John Deere place is about an hour away up here, and I didn't have time to run and get a new edge, but I did save an old one that has enough on it to be used for a few weeks or whatnot. I was checking this thing week to week, and we've had so much ice up here that over the past 2 weeks, it wore away probably ½ an inch of metal that was left. So now, what it's held on with is carriage bolts. Now, what they are on the head of the bolt, there's a square behind this pan head, and it keeps it locked into place. So when you're loosening it or tightening it on the back, it doesn't spin on the front. So what you basically do is I use a ratchet wrench. You can use a socket wrench, a regular wrench, whatever you prefer. But I like the ratchet wrench because when you're tightening the bolts back up, you don't want to over tighten them. Now, I already took these off for time's sake, but a lot of them were on there hard, and I only tightened them up with this. If you tighten that thing real hard down with a socket wrench, rust, salt, corrosion, they're just a hell of a time to get off. So it's a lot easier if you don't crank them down too much. You want them to stay on, but you don't need to do anything crazy. So basically, I just take this, you make sure you're loosening, because it only goes one way with a ratchet wrench, duh, right? You just make sure you spin, you hold the pan head down with your finger so it doesn't pop back and spin, and then you either tighten or loosen, right? Just work your way from one side to the other. Sometimes I like to break all the bolts free, go down the line and then take them off, keep them all in a pile, neat and orderly so you can find them when you're done, reuse them. Sometimes I soak them in WD-40 if I have time, just clean them off so they're easier to get back on. Then when you get the new edge on, you put one bolt on one side, do the other side, and then do the ones down the middle. And just when you're done, crank them all, make sure they're all tight, just go down the line. And get your new edge on. And, hopefully your plow will last and you won't have any issues. And, in the springtime, I like to take the edge off, paint the plow, get all the rust off it, sand it off, clean it up. And, just a nice springtime job, and it'll help make the plow last longer. And in the end, it makes your life easier, makes everything easier, and that's the whole idea, right? So guys, this was Murph. This was a quick video on this. Side note, it's easier if you get the plow as high as you can get it. This is as high as it goes on this tractor. So it just makes things easier. So you can get under here and do what you got to do. Again, guys, it was Murph. Another do-it-yourself video. I wanted to make it quick, and I'll see you guys in the next one.